So I'm on my way back to New York from California. I thought I'd post something, and I just watched a videotape from the TED conference that somebody had sent me. It was a videotape of a lecture given by a brain scientist by the name of Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor. And the whole lecture was about how she witnessed her own stroke. She witnessed her left brain fall apart, so she had only the right brain functioning, and as a result of it, had a unity experience. She saw the whole wholeness, and her being part of that whole wholeness. In other words, an experience of cosmic or unity consciousness, where she lost her personal identity and merged into a universal identity. Fascinating because it reinforces the idea that our personal identity is actually an illusion, in that it is a transient, impermanent, diaphanous appearance of the universal identity. And in this universal identity, she felt compassion, love, wholeness, healing, extreme bliss, or what she herself called nirvana. She since then can stop her internal dialogue by just telling her left brain to stop. She did recover over 8 years, and she had surgery and so on. But since then, she can just stop her internal dialogue by telling her left brain to stop, and then she goes into right brain functioning and is back into her universal domain. The reason I found this very fascinating is that we are now beginning to see the biological correlates of non-locality and universal consciousness. And more and more it's becoming clear that you are not your brain, but you are the unbounded consciousness that is localizing itself in space-time and causality through the brain. So just like Beethoven is not in the radio, even though you're listening to the radio, or I'm not on your computer screen, even though you're watching me on your computer screen. So too, we are not in this world, but outside of space-time and causality, and localized through an instrument that is called the human brain, through which we look at ourselves and look at everything that we call objective reality. But in fact, we are that non-local consciousness that is for the time being having a local experience through a nervous system which we have also created. I find this fascinating because so-called out-of-body experiences have been attributed to brain damage, and just so, because the brain functions only to serve one thing, and that is to edit out unbounded infinity and localize it in space-time, and quantify infinity, which otherwise cannot be quantified. So the more the neurons shut off, the more you experience your unbounded, non-local, universal nature, because the neurons are the ones that are constricting it. And so brain damage certainly gives you that experience of what are called near-death experiences. And when the brain is totally gone, of course, then there's no editing, and you're everywhere all at the same time, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, aware of everything in general without anything in particular. And that's the non-local mind and the mystery that could be God, being, consciousness that conceives, governs, constructs, and becomes the whole universe. I'd love to know your thoughts on non-local mind, but I won't be checking till maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to be on a long flight back to New York. Take care, God bless, happy Easter and resurrection, whatever that means to you.